So I bet a lot of you are all surprised and you're like, an actual video? This isn't just some bullshit that he threw together and threw out in, in 15 minutes at the shop. No, this is an actual video and it has been longer than I intended it to be. So I apologize, but I have in my hands a prototype of the Minax. So if you guys have been watching, is actually, I think that SHOT Show this week is the first that they're actually gonna have it available. I can't remember if they had it in SHOT Show. I do not remember. But this is what we're gonna talk about. I have Elliot's prototype. Of course, it's a Ferrum Forge design. How else would I get a prototype? So we're gonna talk about this because I wanna do it before and after. This is the before. I actually carried it a couple times. We're gonna go through this before I take it and do destructive fucking testing on the job site. So if you're wearing headphones, guys, turn the volume down because here comes the music. So as I said, guys, this is the Minax. So this is a titanium folder. Elliot designed this for knives. This is not a Ferrum Forge. So let's stop right there and we'll explain this because I had a couple people ask me. So there are actually 3 elements to the Ferrum Forge and Ferrum Forge designs and things like that. So you have mass drop by Ferrum. That is part of their production line. That is made for someone else. And then you have knives with the Ferrum Forge design logo. That is Ferrum Forge designs. Then you have things like, as a matter of fact, I have on this can. Let's go ahead and pull it out and look at it. This is called the Executive. This is a knife that is designed by Ferrum Forge and sold by Ferrum Forge. Sorry, I got some lint on my hands. So this is a knife that is designed by Ferrum Forge, made by and marketed and sold by Ferrum Forge. This is their Pro line, Pro Series, whatever it is that they're calling it. So that's this. And then you have the straight up Ferrum Forge Knife Works in-house, things like the Con and the knives that I've shown you that they make in-house. So just to some of the confusion, this is a Ferrum Forge design for Knife Company. So, and I'm still trying to figure out the light. I know that it's really bright over here and not so bright over here. So we'll stay in this little, I have a grid line up so I can see where I'm at, where it's the perfect lighting. So this was one that they designed for It's called the Minax. It's a great knife. And it's not just because Elliot, I love this knife. I've used it now for, I'd say about a week or so, maybe 2 weeks. And I'm going to start carrying it exclusively on a job site for me to use. I have other knives that I loan people and shit like that. This is going to be the one I use. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn this around. We're going to take a good look at it. It is a very attractive knife. It's striking and it's comfortable. So let's go ahead and we will turn the camera around. We'll take a good look at it from above. Try not to get too far in the weeds on it. But yeah, it's a really, really nice knife. So let's go ahead and turn this around and take a look at it. So guys, let's take a good close look at this. So this is, now this is already dirty because I have carried it a few times. This is, yet again, another full titanium flipper running on bearings, frame lock, sculpted-esque production, mass production pocket clip. This is just a tumbled finish on this. And there we go. So what this is got a slight recurve with big belly. This is very reminiscent of a lot of hunting knives and things like that. But you can see I've already got a dull spot down here. Really thin, all the way up, super, super thin behind the edge, as you can see. I mean, just looking down on it, when I get back up on the edge like that, it's super, super thin. This thing cuts great. So what you got here is, let me move my adult beverage out of frame. What you wind up here with is this 20 CV blade in titanium scales. This has got a checker pattern. The only ones I've seen have had this design, and they are, you know, just the various colors of anodizing, things like that. But yeah, 20 CV, it comes out, it's really comfortable in hand. Pocket clip, you know, guys, you know me, I don't like deep carry pocket clips. I don't like sculpted clips. I am a fan of just a good, solid bent clip. This one's not horrible. It's real similar to what you get on the Dow and some of the other Ferrum Forge designs. Flip action on it, really, really nice. Really, really solid, smooth. All Torx hardware, titanium hardware, so you could anodize any of this. This is listed as a prototype, as you can see. And let's see, where's the steel marked? It should be marked as 20 CV on here somewhere. I do believe I saw it. I know I saw it. At any rate, so it's 20 CV, but that's what you'll be getting in this. There it is, CPM 20 CV, right there, ever so small right there. So, frame lock with a lock bar insert. You guys know that, like, I'm a fan of the lock bar insert. It prevents some of the galling that you get. Nice jimping on a flipper tab. Flipper tab's not huge. It just kind of goes seamlessly. It turns seamlessly into the fucking handle scales here as a finger guard. Nice choil here so you can get up on it. Like you said, you guys know I got big hands, so that finger choil is ample for most people. Like if you're trying to get your whole hand in there, you know, you might get up over it, like even for me. But if you're just trying to do a little bit of workhorse cutting right there, jimping back here so you can get it. Nice jimping too. Wee does a really good job with this jimping. Everything's been chamfered and rounded and nice. Backspacer on it is, you know, pretty standard backspacer. I apologize, guys. It's dirty. It has been in my pocket on the job site a couple days and got some use yesterday, as a matter of fact. Ceramic detent ball, ceramic bearings set in the metal. And then you have your aperture there for finger flicking it open and all of that jazz. But all in all, guys, just a really, really nice, attractive knife that is built for outdoors use. Nice big belly on this, slight recurve here, big belly, nice broad blade. This would be something that would be great to have, like, as a pocket hunter. This would do a good job skinning out an animal in a pinch. So, and then of course, yeah, you got the Wee logo, speed holes, tactical speed holes throughout in the titanium. So let's flip this back around. This is just gonna be a quick video, guys, because like I said, I'm gonna carry this and we're gonna see how it does on the job site. I already know how it cuts certain things, but we're gonna see how it holds up overall. I'm gonna fix any issues that. This is a prototype that Elliot had carried, so there's a good chance that little hiccup in a blade may have been there when I picked it up. But you can see there's a little bit of chipping and rolling on that blade, but it's still a factory edge. So we'll see what it looks like when I put about 1,000 grit edge on it and see how that holds up. So let's flip this around and have some final thoughts, and I got to talk to you guys about a couple things. So all in all, this is a really, really, really nice knife. I like it a lot. I had seen the prototypes sitting around in the shop and played with them a lot. And I was like, hey, Elliot, can I just borrow one just for a few days? And he's like, borrow it, you know, do whatever you want. And I was like, can I take it to the job site and do destructive testing and see? There's a lot of things that you will cut on a construction job site that is not the normal things that most people will cut. We have this filter fabric that we use around boxes and drains before they go into ground so they don't clog up, and this stuff is just, it wrecks hell on blades. There's fiberglass root guard, there's this fiberglass matting we cut, all kinds of stuff. Just all of it's really hard on an edge. So we're gonna see how this holds up. This is 20 CV. We're gonna see how it does. I'm gonna tell you that so far the one that has held up the best is this ZDP 189 Spyderco. Even though I do keep a stone in my pocket, I have to sharpen it throughout the day a few times, but you know, a 220 grit edge on this, just touching it up, and it seems to fly through anything we got on the job site. But yeah, that Minax, awesome knife. If you're at SHOT Show, you should be able to get one of these. They're available at SHOT Show. I saw pictures of them at SHOT Show. And so that you guys know, I was told we probably will be getting prototypes in soon for the sea snake. This one is for a customer, just came out of heat treat. I didn't get a lot of grinding done. I did start working on handles for this. Jeff, if you're watching, the handles on this, I'm working on it. It's that fat carbon fiber. It's a pain to work with. So other than that, guys, just wanted to touch on one thing. I had a couple comments. If you guys remember, sorry about that, I had got something on my hands. Friday I did that video we were talking about why I don't use cerakote, why I don't like cerakote. Well, the fact is, like, people are like, well, blame the person did it, not the cerakote. I still blame the cerakote. I've done stuff in black ceramic and red ceramic and done, you guys have seen some of the, what did I call them? The fire and brimstone finishes I did, and the black did not scrape off and things like that. What happens is people put it on, they don't realize that you can put cerakote on, but then you can't bake another color on top of it. So that's one of the limitations of cerakote. And people are like, I've seen cerakote knives that look great. That's great. I don't personally like the way it looks. I don't like it on a blade at all. The second you cut with it, it feels tacky and it gets shiny and it just kind of rubs off almost like, well, like paint. Because that's what it is. It's not a ceramic coating. It's not DLC. It's not ceramic. So, you know, some guys love cerakote. That's fine. If you want to go with the spray coating, there's some cerakote that is better than others. I've seen some people do it really well. I'm not gonna lie, that knife looked amazing the way it was with all the black on it until we realized that it rubbed off like crayon, like you saw in the video. So, you know, I used somebody's initials that were completely fucking different than the other ones, and other people already figured out who I was talking about. So, the last thing, I may do a live feed tonight. So if you're already seeing this, there's a chance I already did a live feed right after this while I was editing the video. So we're not sure yet. I haven't decided. I do have to cook supper. So I told my wife I would cook supper. For those of you who have asked about the job is great. I actually enjoy it a lot. It is hard work. I'm not gonna lie. I have lost probably 15 or 20 pounds since I started the job, but it's great. We get to work at we get to the job site at most of us get there at like 5:30, 6 o'clock job kicks off. We watch the sunrise. You know, it's fucking actually pretty good. It's like being on a farm again. I'm back to my country boy roots. I'm digging, I'm digging trenches, I'm doing stuff, but I'm also learning a lot. And if you ever hear any of your friends looking down and talking bad about landscapers, I'm gonna tell you right now, once again, one of those things, walk a mile in another man's shoes. Landscapers, they deserve your respect. They work hard, especially construction landscapers like we do. The guys that go in and do the job and get all the elements and the irrigation and the trees planted for the guys to then come in and maintain. That is, not gonna lie, it is a hard job. It's a lot of fucking work. So, guys, love y'all. Once again, Patreon, if you want to donate to the Patreon, it's the only way I'm going to be able to go and do some of these things. I cannot right now, on the amount that we make on Patreon, do anything. I can't. I bought a light, and I bought a new tripod that I'm currently using. It's not the same one I had. That's about it, because the Patreon does not cover enough for me to take time off from work and go to Idaho and shoot a video with Tim Reeve. It's just not gonna work. So like I said, guys, not begging for money, just saying, if you want anything other than this, that's just the only way it's gonna happen, is if people donate. I've got almost 5,000 subscribers, and we don't even make $100 on the Patreon for this channel. So it's not begging. Big channels do that. I'm telling you right now, big channels, like huge channels, they use Patreon to offset the cost so that they can do this. I'm just telling you, like, you want more videos? Part of the reason there hasn't been videos, I don't have anything to do videos about. If I don't have anything to do videos about, we don't do videos. If I'm not going out to like Idaho, Chris Reeve Knives, if I'm not going up to Petaluma for bag knives and Mattia Barani cutlery, then limited content. It's based on what we've got available, and there just hasn't been anything available. This is the first new thing that I've had to do a video on, except for the Bob T knife, and I still have my knife in there I haven't done. So like I said, for the channel, if you want more out of the channel, if you want me to be able to do more for you guys, what this channel is about is for you guys. If you want me to do more for you, Patreon. Just saying. So, not to beg. If you don't do it, I'm perfectly fine staying here on weekends instead of driving all over the goddamn country. But I will do it and go videotape it. So, love you guys. If you're at SHOT Show, have fun. Stop by the table and say hi to David and Angel and Doris and those guys at the Wee Knife table. And stop by Artisan and harangue Russell about prototypes. Ask him if he's got prototypes of the sea snake. So, you guys, have a good week and weekend. If you're going to a SHOT Show, be careful. Just drive careful because Las Vegas can be crazy. I love you all. Have a good weekend, and I'll talk to you later.